inda mai girma gwamna wato bisa kokarin shi da adalci shi ya yi kokari don ganin cewa jama'a jihar Kaduna masu ma sun amfana da wannan shiri. Wato baya ga wannan shiri kuma akwai batun karfafawa kanana da matsakaitan 'yan kasuwa wato jarin su. Wato yanzu kuma
I hear the people's governor.
To mai jawabi ta gaba a yanzu wato shine za a kira
Ubasani, Your Excellencies, Royal Fathers, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I think it's good morning. It's such a privilege to be here. I bring warm greetings from Enhancing Financial Inclusion and Advancement. We are known as market facilitators. What we do in the financial sector really is to ensure that financial inclusion goes beyond just rhetoric, but that there's action around ensuring that every Nigerian is financially included and, more importantly, economically empowered. Many people know us as the data people, so we're known for our research, the Access to Financial Services in Nigeria survey, which we do every 2 years. The latest one was completed in 2023. It is a rich resource that policymakers, regulators, governments of all levels can use to feel the pulse on financial inclusion, how many people have accounts, but beyond accounts, how many people are using financial services to improve their lives and livelihoods. It is so rich to the extent that it provides information on women, on youth, on rural populations, northern populations, people that typically are underserved, that people overlook. And we do this every 2 years. And more recently, we've been doing a deep dive on Kaduna State. Great thanks to the amazing governor for his vision and for his commitment to financial inclusion. From our data, as I said, in 2023, we say that Kaduna State is leading the pack within the region, Northwest region to be precise, as it relates to formal financial inclusion. I think a warm applause is very due. In 5 short years, we've seen a 60% increase in formal financial inclusion for Kaduna State. You want to put your hands together. Coming from 36% formal financial inclusion, what does that mean? People who use banks and other non-bank financial institutions, coming from 36% in 2018 to now 61% as of 2023. And I'm looking forward to our next round, which should be happening in 2025, to see the numbers increase, okay? But the story, while that is great, access is one thing, use is another thing. Because people can have accounts, but we see from the national data that while account opening is increasing, use is stagnant. And even worse so, financial health is on the decline. So people have accounts, but then the depth of usage is limited. So we're talking about things like, and I thank you, Commissioner, for making reference to things like credit. When people have access, they have livestock, but then they say they don't see the need for insurance. So insurance is only at 4%. They have land, agricultural land, they have land of all sorts, but they said that they don't need insurance. But then they are prone to severe drought, prone to severe flooding that is on the increase, but insurance is only at 4%. Business owners business ownership forms the largest economic activity in Kaduna State. However, credit is also under 5%. So while people are using their accounts for savings, and even that is under 50%, they are using their accounts for remittances, people sending money and receiving money. But insurance, pension, credit is very low. In fact, when you ask people what do they know about micro pension, what do they know about micro insurance, less than 10 to 20% know about it. That tells us that there is room for more to be done. And also thank you, Commissioner, for making reference to the gap between men and women, the gap across local governments, the gap across age groups. So if you are looking for the poster child, and there should be no poster child for exclusion, if you want to see what the average person who's excluded looks like, is a young female business owner or farmer living in a rural community in the north. So this is the power of data. It helps us to see the progress we've made, but more importantly, what is to be done. And so I'm just going to quickly highlight that if there are recommendations that should come out of this summit, which I believe we'll do, it will be what can we do, especially to address exclusion with respect to these underserved segments. If 86% of people have mobile phones, but mobile money usage is at 5%, the question is why? What can we do about that? If 57 or 60 or thereabouts have bank accounts, but only if about 47% have bank accounts, but then even that does not translate beyond savings and remittances, what can we do about that? If people still say they don't see the need for insurance, but then they are prone to economic shocks, and when those things happen, they do nothing or they sell their livestock, and then what can we do about that? But I'm just going to leave one last note, which is the reason why many people also say that they don't have this account is because of income or lack of it, or employment or lack of it. What are we doing beyond just providing access to financial services, but to include access to economic empowerment so that sustainable economic development can happen, and then people will join and not forced to leave because they cannot maintain it. And the last point I will say is trust. Many people do not trust the formal financial institutions. Anything we do does not include consumer protection, so that people have trust in formal financial services will not take us to where we're going. So I thank you so much for your time. I could go on and on, but I'll just say the last thing. Our access to financial services survey is very important. You can access the state fact sheets for Kaduna and many other states on our website. I'll say go to a2f.ng. The 2 is the number 2. So A2f.ng. You see all the data about all the states, and then you can even download the full report on the state of financial inclusion, but more importantly, usage. Thank you so much for your time. God bless.
Thank you so much for that insight.